Yes guys, it's raining. So what should we do today? We should take a look on the game called Loopy. Well, if you want to install Loopy, you should check in the program center and simply type in Loopy in the search engine up here. And here you find it. And Loopy actually a part of a package which have many logic games inside. Well, what should you do in Loopy? Well, you should draw a line between the numbers, and you should draw one single loop, so not a small one like this. And there is, as you see, a couple of rules to follow. Well, now when you know the basic, how to simply solve this puzzle. Right, where to start? Number 3 and number 0 is good starting point. Why? Well, 3 should have 3 lines like this. The only question around 3 is where should the opening be? Well, when you play you could simply have left click or right click. Left click put the black line, right click remove the green line. So you could have that as a trick to show where it's possible to draw lines. Alright, freeze. And then when you have 2 or more freeze like this, you know that the line should travel around the freeze in any way. And it's actually 2 possible ways. You could go this way or you could go that way. That means you should always have lines here, here and here. And if this had been a 3-2, you should have a line there too. Alright. Another good rule is zeros. You know there should be no lines around this, so you simply remove the green one. When you have freeze placed like this, you know that this is a common point, that they should be connected, and they must simply loop around something like this. Because of this, this too must always be there. Another one is freeze in corner. The line could not simply stop here, and you should have one opening. That means the line could not stop there, and this too must be a line here. Well, we have another one. If you have a line running up to a 3, you know that the line will go that way or that way. That means these two must be connected. Another one is when you have a line running up to a 1. That means the line must continue here or here. That means you could not have a line here, because there is only one. Another interesting thing when you have a 1 inside, of course there is only one side which should be drawn. You could not have lines here. That means you could remove this too. There is some of the simpler rule. Subloop have I already mentioned, so no subloop like this. There is actually one rule I want to show you too, but that placing of freeze are not present in this board just now, so I should pause the video and simply look up a board which have the free place in the right position. Alright, and have the free place in the way I want. Well, when you have free place like this, there is a trick you could do. You know already that you have 2 free like this line and this line should be part of. But now you have 3, and you could simply extend that rule, and that means here. But you could also go that way up, and that means that line and that line. And now you have solved this part. Well, how to continue? Well, if you draw this line, that will have this effect. You have a sub loop. So now it's simply back. As you probably now have figured out, this line could not be a part. And now you have this. This is one trick to start. And that could of course be extended if you have more freeze, like you have in this case. Sorry. So that was the last rule, and now I think it's time to show how I play this game. So we take a break and come back with some playing example. Alright, now we are back. Let's use the same board again. We fix this part first. First I go from up to down, and the same up. Alright. The next thing I normally do is to remove the green line. We should not have any split like this, so simply remove them. And now we have two here. One side is drawn and another side not drawn, and two sides which not could be a line on. So here is a new possible way to continue. Here is a line which have no continuums and only one way to continue. Simply you do this. Here is two possible ways, that way or that way. For the moment we don't know how to continue. So we simply start in this end instead. Same here, one line, only continue. Here, only continue. Here we have a 1 and one line draw. Simply remove this, continue, and now we can see we have one possible solution to continue here. We have 2, that means that could not be drawn. Continue here, and now we are finished with this part. A group of 3, simple, do this. For the moment we could not do any more. A new group of 3s, a 3 in a corner, 2 3 grouped together. Right, here we can't do anything for the moment. And now we see a 2 which only could be drawn like this. A 1 with a draw line. Continue here. A 3 which have a line connected to it. That means this 2 must be drawn. And now we see here we continue. And now well, this could not be a sub loop, so this line could not be drawn. Continue here, continue there. 3 corner, simple. 1 simple. Sorry. And here. Opening found, that means we could draw this free finish. 2, here is a new opening. 2 with only one possible solution. Extend. Here, only continue the line. Well, let's see what we start next. A 0. Excellent. A 3 which we have found the opening on. Simple. Extend this line. Remove. A 2. That's 1. a dangling line. That could we not have, because we could not draw a line which no continue. That could be removed. 2 in a corner. Excellent. A 1. Extend, extend. 2 in a corner again. Another 2. 1. Here we have a 1 with only one line possible. Of course it should be this one. Here we have another 1 with a draw line. 2 with 2 lines. 1 with 1 line. A 3 which have a line running up to it. 1. 2 in corner. Continue this line. This line could not be part of any. 2. Alright, let us continue here. We cannot have a sub loop here, so that line could not be part of. We have a 3 here. No way to continue exactly here for the moment. And we could continue here. A 1 again. No subloop. And now we have an interesting situation. So 2 again. 2 again. New opening. A 2 here. 2 in the corner. And extend this line. This line could not be drawn because there is no continuing. And this last line. And the puzzle is solved. I'll show another one without speaking. Alright, if you are stuck when you try to solve a puzzle, there is an automated solver you could use to simply solve the puzzle for you and hopefully learn more about the mistake and how to solve it better next time. And it's simply like this. That is all I have to show you. Good luck with your solving, and thanks for watching, and please like the video if you like it, or simply subscribe to the channel. Bye.